Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a collective reading because today we are on this very beautiful transitional phase of Mercury moving out of Virgo and into Libra, which is exactly the point, the degrees that are going to be activated by the conjunction between the Sun and the Moon and the proximity to the South Node that is going to create this solar eclipse on September 21st, so a few days from today. And of course, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, so Mercury anticipating these very critical degrees. It's almost like highlighting this possibility that we have to find clarity or find more awareness to the meaning of this solar eclipse for us. And perhaps you have watched the video that I just recorded and posted about the astrology of this solar eclipse in Virgo. If you haven't, I'm going to leave here somewhere, either in the description or here on the screen, for you to watch that, because I go a little bit more in depth about my own take of what I have been experiencing these past few days, but also the significance of Mercury entering this stage of transition from Virgo into Libra. So, as I said in that video, going from this very secluded hermit mode into having the courage to step outside of that isolation and dare to connect with another, but in a way that brings a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge that wants to be shared, right? That is enriched by sharing that. And so I have decided to pull cards for this transition because I feel like this is also a way to illuminate us all in the collective, and prepare us in a sense for what's to come, especially because on September 21st I'm going to hold another ceremony, another new moon ceremony over at Zoom, as I mentioned in that video. So I'm going to leave the links for that down below as well. If you feel called to be a part of that, your presence is very much appreciated and honored. But for us to jump into this message here so that we can make the most out of these next few days in preparation for what's to come, because new moons are very fertile soils. They are very rich moments of the lunar cycle where we get to set intentions for what's to come, right? But being Virgo, this is the moment that we get to be more hands-on. This is the moment that we get to really work through the things that have been polluting our minds, polluting our body, polluting our routines, and preventing us from really, just reaping the rewards or finding those beautiful fruits of our labor. In fact, the cards that are here are talking about this graduation point of us not allowing the distortion to be a part of that equation, for us to really feel like, the shadow work that we have been doing, it's not in vain. It's not something that was for nothing, right? It's actually something that has been gradually adding to other pieces of the puzzle, and it's been perceived by, I want to say, other entities, other realms, and now we get to receive this graduation approval or seal or recognition and acknowledgement that we are also stepping into the roles of being the teachers, being our own teachers, learning from our own experiences. And maybe that's the reason why, as I said in that video, I feel like I am going through a few issues that I thought I had already dealt with, but somehow I was being shown in a very visceral and a very sensorial, bodily kind of way in regards to my own health, so that I could pay attention and learn from those old situations and how I can choose differently and basically teach myself a different way of doing things. So before I go any further and forget this part, as I always forget, I'm doing this collective reading with my big combined deck of tarot cards and astrological oracle cards. So you see both of them in your reading today. In fact, in the spread here for this first part, we only have tarot cards, but the card at the bottom is from the astrological oracle deck, which is indicating the next step. It's almost like the other side of this solar eclipse, because let me show you, is the sign of Libra. And as I said, it's like today Mercury is at that very last degree of Virgo, but very soon is stepping into Libra. And when the sun also enters into Libra, right, right after the solar eclipse, so a few hours from that solar eclipse, we have the Libra equinox. So we're entering a new season that sets the stage for the next 3 months. So the potency of a solar eclipse that is going to be this fertile soil for the next 6 months, but also this new season that is setting the stage for the next 3 months. So it's a very high concentration of, quick developments I'm hearing, and perhaps like accelerated events, just because we are daring to be seen and acknowledged as the teachers. So the Hierophant is beginning here, and it's interesting because this was a card that in the beginning of this year, which feels like a long, long time ago now, this was a card that was showing me the next teacher. It's almost like the ones that have been the leaders, or the ones that have been the powerful figures, the ones that have been, standing, in these very high ranked roles. They are stepping down so that the new generation can step up and embody this powerful position of, the ones who are ready to teach, the ones who are ready to pass on the knowledge. So I feel like there is at the same time this acknowledgement coming from these other realms, because to me, when I see the major arcana, it's like I'm stepping through a portal to another dimension. So it's the realm of the subtle, the realm of archetypes, right? So the archetype of the teacher is here embodied by this Hierophant. But as I said, it's like there is this, it's almost like this bowing to you. So there is almost like this, there is a ceremonial type of recognition. There is, it's not exactly formal, but it's more like ritualistic. It's very honorable. It's like it's embedded with like a lot of symbolism, right? So perhaps there is an actual graduation that you are stepping through right now, that you're actually finishing or concluding a cycle, even though, conclusions are more connected with full moons instead of new moons. But, we are in between eclipses, and the last one was a total lunar eclipse, so a full moon eclipse in Pisces. So I do feel like there is some sort of passing the baton here, but the acknowledgement that we are the teachers now, because we are able to not only teach others, but most of all because we have been teaching ourselves, and we have dared to share the knowledge. So the Three of Wands here is talking about these spaces of co-creation, because to me the 3 is the number of co-creation, but it has been a very dynamic one. And it's interesting because what I'm seeing right now with my mind's eye, even if you haven't been in circles or exchanging with others in intimate rooms or spaces, it's almost like I'm seeing you playing different roles. So the teacher and the student and the novice, or, it's kind of like experimenting with different archetypes. just like I was mentioning the Hermit card, which is the card for Virgo in that video for the solar eclipse. Yeah, it's like being this alchemist that is experimenting with each substance, with each alchemical archetype in a way that it gives you a different perspective each time. So experimenting with being in different roles, in different positions. So it's almost like, with different people, you play certain roles or you see yourself from different angles. It's almost like, as a son or a daughter, so you see your parents in a certain way, or in relationship to a partner, a business partner, or a romantic partner, it's like you see yourself from another type of perspective. And then, with friends, you see yourself from a different point of view. So it's like that. It's like sharing the knowledge in the sense that you have been seeing yourself from different angles. And that has been very enlightening because we have the sun. So the sun is talking about the circle of life is what I heard, because it's talking about being, it's almost like each time of the day or each day you experiment with seeing a different perspective of yourself. And this is what has given you the ability to call yourself, your own teacher. I feel like this is the acknowledgement that is coming from the Hierophant. This is the reason why it's almost like you have completed a year doing this, or maybe even, we could be talking about like committing to something every single day. This is the sense that I'm receiving right now from this card. It's like doing something every single day, but allowing yourself to see yourself from different perspectives, because that was enriching you, because it was giving you just a slight different perspective. It's like, it wasn't, yes, you could have done the same thing every single day for the past 20 days, for the past 20 months, for the past 20 years, but it wasn't always exactly the same. It was showing you different rays of your sunshine. It's like you are now emitting this complete full circle moment of, embracing all of your facets, embracing all of your luminosity is the word that I'm receiving right now, because you have done this for a long time, right? And I feel like it's been a long time coming, this graduation, because you're no longer the apprentice, exactly as I said, with the Page of Wands upside down. So you have been experimenting, and it's funny how here we have the triangle with the 3, and then here we do have the same triangle, but it's upside down. And I feel like, those very characteristic graduation hats, right, in American universities. Here in Brazil, that's not that common, and I imagine in other places that's not that common. But this is what is coming to my mind, just because it's like I'm seeing this as the bowing moment, right? In all of your greatness, in all of your what is the word? Wholesomeness? Wholesomeness. It's what I'm hearing, but I'm not sure if that's the right word. It's what I heard. It's like in your completeness. It's like in feeling whole, right? It's like you are being acknowledged. It's like this one who used to be, or who was the reference for you, who was the authority figure, the one that you looked up to, they are bowing to you, and in response, it's like you are taking your hat. This is how I'm seeing it. And the moment that you do so, it's like you're acknowledging yourself no longer as the student, but it's like you accept the end of this apprenticeship. It's like you are seeing yourself now. It's like they're offering their hat, right? It's almost like they're saying, okay, now this is the passing the baton moment. It's like, they are saying, okay, now you belong in this role, in this position. So you have to give up this smaller version of you. It's like you have learned how to see yourself from so many different angles. It's like that is what is like just being highlighted right now. It's like you are shining your brightest light because you have experimented being seen or seeing yourself through these different lenses. And because of that, it's like you're too big to stay here, to stay in this smaller version of you, right? So you're accepting to, you know, exchange this hat for this one. This is what is happening. It's like now this doesn't fit you anymore, right? It's like you have the authority here because it's natural, right? The Hierophant is right on top of the sun. It's like it's only natural that this is your role now. It's like it's being highlighted for you. This is your position now. And it's being passed on by the one who used to be here. So in a sense, it's being verified or confirmed or acknowledged somehow. So it's like you don't lack confidence or, you know, this self-trust. It's like you know that this is no longer suitable for you, especially because the Five of Swords is coming next, and I feel like this is you saying to yourself, I'm not going to allow myself to play small again. This doesn't fit me anymore. It's like this has become too uncomfortable. It's like it doesn't fit me. The five to me talk, these cards, all of the fives, they talk about integrity, they talk about individuality. It's like, what is your place? But being this Five of Swords, there is this itchiness. There is kind of like this, it's like it's the type of position that, it's like it's going to become uncomfortable. It's like it's not meant for you to stay in this small position anymore. It's like it's meant for you to leave this because you have been waiting a long time for this, with the Hanged Man, but also the Three of Swords. So it's interesting because all of these cards here in the bottom row, they're talking about what you're no longer accepting or you're no longer allowing yourself to fall into. It's like you are giving space to a much bigger version of yourself because you have grown. It's like you have expanded so much that you cannot hold back your light anymore, right? You cannot hide this sun inside this small hat. It fits only this very big role. And you have been waiting to soften this heart of yours. So the Three of Swords here is talking about heartache or heartbreak. It's just because in the last collective reading that I did, which I believe was for the conjunction between Sun and Mercury, which is interesting because now I'm talking about, you know, this transition of Mercury in the last degree of Virgo and into Libra, which is funny because Virgo can be very critical, right? Can be, I mean, this inner critic that we have, right, can be very harsh. But Libra has this softening, has this diplomacy, has this balance and this harmony that also affects our relationships. And in this transition between, you know, the maybe the coldness or the it's just like the harshness of Virgo, right? The extreme dedication that can be so, you know, can be so hard. Maybe you were so hard on yourself and that's the reason why you felt stuck, right? It's like because you knew that you didn't fit this anymore. It's like you were struggling because you were trying to fit this small position when in fact you were already grown enough, expanded enough to be in this role. But unless there was this acknowledgement, it's like you still felt like you needed more time or more days or more cycles to improve, right? I mean, you know, just the it's like this very focused mindset of Virgo that can be like extremely perfectionist, right? It's like it's never good enough. Maybe you thought that you were never good enough, right? Maybe for relationships. Maybe to open your heart, to shine your light, to be seen by others, right? In a very open and equal way, in a way that co-creates your reality. But I feel like this is what you're no longer allowing to be part of your next phase. It's like this is the transition. It's acknowledging the things that have been making you feel stuck or just wrestling with yourself. It's like, you know, there's a lot of discomfort. It's like here I'm seeing you not finding a proper way to sit. It's like, you know, when you are restless, when you have like restless leg syndrome and it's like you're just agitated. This is how I'm picturing this Five of Swords. It's just because you were playing small and now you're no longer allowing yourself to do that because you know that your role is much bigger than that, right? But you are teaching yourself that. So at the same time that you are overcoming staying in this small position, it's like you're overcoming this test of your perspective, right? Because the Hangman talks about seeing things from another angle. And I feel like you have been doing that very diligently, maybe very steadily, right? Constantly. It's like you have been consistently doing this every single day. So the more that you dedicated yourself for that, the more you were able to see yourself from somebody else's eyes or somebody else's perspective, or maybe your own perspective, but seeing yourself from different angles. And so that allowed you to review this perspective. This is what I'm receiving from this card, and including softening your heart, because I feel like you see how we go from the Five of Swords to the Three. So I feel like this is you removing, it's like removing the splinters from your heart. It's like one by one, maybe each day you focus on one specific relationship, one specific situation that really hurt you, that made you feel small, that made you feel insecure, that, you know, you couldn't trust yourself, you couldn't trust your own energy. So it's like here you're not allowing that anymore. And I feel like that's been the bump on the road. It's almost, you know, because to me, I see the symbol for Libra sometimes as this, you know, slowing down moment so that we can perceive the things that are being liberated. So it's almost like this last moment of witnessing these pains, these hurts, these struggles, the things that have caused us to really shut down and close our hearts. But softening the heart is almost like bringing the ability to connect with others in a very intimate way, because Libra enjoys and appreciates and values these one-on-one connections. And it doesn't have to be romantic love. It's like any type of relationship. It's like you have been experimenting with that in smaller circles somehow. It's like testing the waters, testing, you know, it's like this new ability to see yourself in different relationships, in different roles. But now it's like now you hold that wisdom. And it's like now you're ready to have lighter relationships. They don't have to be, you know, always keeping you stuck or always making you feel down or small, or, you know, just taking away your confidence. I feel like this is meant to, you know, highlight the greatness that you are. It's like the beautiful being shining your light that you are, ready for new connections, harmonious ones. So with that said, I am going to pull more cards to see where this wants to go next. And also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. I'm going to leave the link for the extended down below. Remember that for the new extendeds, you can find them on my website. For the new moon ceremony, I'm also going to leave the link for that if you feel like you want to be a part of that, so you can register using those links. And yeah, I truly hope that these next few days are, you know, very wisely used. Yeah, may we all prepare for this solar eclipse with wisdom. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, I'll see you either in the extended or the new moon ceremony or in the next reading. Okay, bye.